Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Capricorn is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there is anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is a general reading for November 2025. Try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I provide. And remember, Capricorn, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And this Princess of Cups, I feel like you're a very perceptive person. And I mean that in a very imaginative sense, you know? I feel like you're somebody that notices the little things in life. Like you notice the things that are there that shouldn't really be there. The little details that people miss. The little signs and synchronicities. The little things in the corner of your vision that nobody else seems to notice, you know? I feel like you're a very good friend or family member where you pay attention to what other people are actually saying and doing, the subtleties. Yeah, you can see kind of between the lines and stuff, you know? You see what's going on in between things rather than just looking at the face value of things. Yeah, I like that energy. It's very sensitive. I feel like you might even be a bit of a medium or even a psychic type of person yourself, okay? Feeling that energy. Let's put this into a little bit of context. Let's see what's going on with your month, Capricorn. 10 of Cups, that's very good. We have a Prince of Swords, a Four of Swords. We have the Eon, Judgment, Rebirth, Reawakening, a Baptism by Fire. It's a leveling up. It's a doorway. And we have an Eight of Wands. I think things are going to speed up a little bit. I feel like the progress that you're making toward your goals is going to start moving faster. We got a Seven of Cups over here, but a Princess of Pentacles, Nine of Wands, Four of Pentacles. Let's select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown, and we're just going to set it down right over here with Bubo, the mechanical owl, right there on top. We're not going to release that Kraken until the very end. It will tie everything together and it will give us the confirmation we need at the end of the reading. If at any moment during this message you feel like you might know what that card might be, put your prediction in the comments below. Yeah, right beneath the video. Now, as we look around the room here, just one major, okay? And then we have fire, and we've got water, and we've got air, and we've got earth. So there's a little bit of everything. Okay, I feel like it's kind of it's a nice balanced kind of life right now. I don't feel there's too much of anything, at least. What I do feel with the Princess of Cups here is that sensitive. I feel like it's a psychic sensitivity. Okay, I feel like you're probably somebody prone to prophetic dreams, premonitions, visions, okay? And I feel like right now you're getting, there's some kind of a fish in a percolator for you. There's some kind of a absurdity. It may be a very strange dream symbol or something like that. And you're being told to focus on that because I think it's going to really lead you somewhere special. Okay? You have that ability to notice the subtle things in life, you know? And I think you're very emotionally and psychically sensitive. So, of course, you want to avoid the overload. You want to protect your energy a little bit, okay? Move closer to whatever this dream or this idea or this feeling is. The fish in the percolator is just trying to lead you somewhere. It's swimming away. It wants you to follow it. Follow it. Okay? Because I feel like it's leading you to something really, really wonderful. You have to follow the dream. This card's all about having dreams, hopes, wishes, aspirations, fantasies, daydreams, night dreams. And you have to follow those signs. Okay? Whether they're dreams or daydreams or synchronicities in the world around you, you got to follow them. You got to see where they're going. Okay? This month, be very cautious with your spending of resources, money, time, effort, energy, space, all that stuff. Okay? We don't have to rush into anything, but choose something that feels like it's speaking to you. It feels like it's a sign from the other side kind of telling you, follow it. I do feel like you have a very strong psychic sensitivity, and right now I feel like that sort of veil is very thin for you. Right? So I feel like there's a lot of psychic activity. Maybe even, I don't know, what you'd call maybe like paranormal activity going on around you. Yeah. For some of you, I feel like there really is that kind of thing. The air feels electric around you. Yeah. And I think that it's important that you acknowledge that and you see where it might lead you or what insights or what new things it might lead you to. Okay? Right now you're working from feeling and intuition. Yeah. And I think that you are, feels like there's an emotional shift. It feels like there's maybe something that you're being sort of led into that's going to be absolutely very, very rewarding for you. This is a gentle awakening. This is someone who's been asleep and they're just sort of like, just starting to open their eyes and stir in their bed. And they're just kind of like, stretching a little bit. And they're just getting ready to wake up, getting ready to get out of bed. And that dream image is still lingering. Write your dreams down this month for sure. And where you can, on the days that you have time to do this, don't have the alarm clock always. Or if you do have an alarm clock, don't just like with the beep, beep, beep. No, I hate that. Gentle wake up, I used to wake up to like the sounds of humpback whales. Yeah. Sometimes I would go to sleep to the sounds of humpback whales and I'd wake up to the same sounds. Try to wake yourself up gently so that you don't just snap out of the dream state. Remain in that twilight zone for as long as you can. Okay? And try to remember what images, words, phrases, whole poems coming out of you. Try to remember what any of that creative stuff is. All right? Because that's going to be the fish in the percolator that's going to lead you to something very, very amazing. Okay? Gentle awakening. Remember that. 10 of Cups, emotional completion. There's harmony, there's belonging, there's shared happiness. It's a peaceful, connected, contented mood. This is emotional stability. Okay? This is you keeping your life nourishing, not predictable, not boring, not routine, but stable, okay, and fulfilling. So strengthen the daily routines that are going to help you to maintain that emotional stability. Yeah. Be consistent, keep doing what works, and keep following that fish in the percolator, that whatever that awakening is, whatever that symbol is, or whatever that impulse or that feeling. Follow it, because I feel that it's going to allow for a lot more fullness and richness in your life. Feels like this is a very creative month for you. Very creative. Okay. This is a dream come true type of energy. This is a fulfillment and a satisfaction and a satiety. So I feel like there's really, there's a chance here for you to start something new, or like kind of like waking up to something that's very personal and very almost like emotionally charged, and following through on it. Following it through, yeah, to its fulfillment. I feel like this is a very good energy for you. It's gonna be a kind of a dreamy week. Use your imagination. Find something new that feels aligned with you, and build it into a kind of like a healthy habit. Make it stable. Make it stable. Yeah. Under the surface, we've got this Prince of Swords. And this card is more about, strategy, communication, thinking, energized mind, more left brain, more logical. And this is under the surface. This is maybe your tendency right now is to be logical, problem solving. As soon as my alarm goes off, I'm up, I'm ready, my mind is already in gear, and I'm already thinking linearly and logically. And of course, our Princess of Cups is like not trying to do any of that, not trying to have that. Trying to wake up gently, gradually. Yeah. So we do see a little bit of contrast between these two, because again, that Prince of Swords is just rapidly thinking, energized. Okay. Already wakes up with the priorities already in mind. Speaking clearly and directly and logically, making sense, making a lot of sense. And I feel that maybe in this month, it's more about the in-between state. It's not about just the dream, it's not about the waking mind, but it's in that liminal space, that in-between, that twilight time, that space between sleeping and being fully awake and conscious, that in-between space. That, I think, is where a lot of some kind of good idea is coming to you. Okay? So we kind of need a blending of both. Yeah. I think what we also need this month is rest and relaxation and recovery. Four of Swords. Quiet healing is going to restore your strength. The mood right now is peaceful, it's calm, it's inward. So this month you have to know when to step back instead of pushing forward. Don't have any guilt around resting, because rest is productive. Rest is when you're going to be able to get into that dreamy state and figure out something. There's something in you that wants to be created, that wants to be brought through the process to the Four of Pentacles and made manifest. Okay. So you need to unplug for an hour a day. You need to work on the nervous system reset this month. Okay. Save your money instead of spend it. Conserve your energy and conserve your resources. Not just money, time, effort, energy, money, and space. Consolidate it, conserve that for right now, because rest is going to bring you those ideas in that liminal space that effort alone can't bring you. Conscious logic can't bring you. Not by itself. Don't overwork yourself out of fear of doing a bad job or falling behind. Don't worry about that. Once the mind has room to breathe, your consciousness, meditate. Get yourself into that liminal space, into that twilight meditative space between sleeping and waking. You will find the clarity that you need so that you know what the doorway is. And that doorway is up here with this Eon card. This is a judgment card. Okay? I think this kind of, almost meditation is leading you to a very profound realization in your life. A very profound awakening. That's what that card is, a spiritual awakening. It's the door to awakening. This might be about a spiritual practice for a lot of you. This might be about a decision you have to make in terms of your career, at work, at home, at school. your relationship or something like that. It may be that kind of a decision, but this is a spiritual awakening. Self-realization, stepping into the next phase of your evolution. This is where you are stepping into clarity and purpose and liberation. I think that this is the process of you waking up to your new identity and releasing the old identity. Don't fear that. Don't fear stepping into your full power. Finish any kind of emotional or creative business. Clear the slate. Adjust your direction. Align your decisions with your future self, financially, in terms of resources and all that. Okay? Your future self. Speak your truth, even if, even if you're not feeling super confident, even if your voice shakes. Say what you have to say. Create something that reflects this transformation. Again, with that Princess of Cups, there's something that wants to be created through you. Don't cling to the past version of yourself right now. The new chapter's beginning. You are consciously choosing it. And you're getting confirmation from your own soul via the dreams, daydreams, or that liminal space, that twilight energy. Now we have an 8 of Wands here in this future position. This is swiftness. This is movement. This is rapid progress. This is an energized and alert and ready kind of consciousness. Okay? This is you thinking and reacting quickly. This is how you're operating now in this spiritually awakened state. Okay? Your focus is laser sharp. You're prioritizing your life. You understand what those priorities need to be. And you're moving forward with instant responses. You know exactly what to do and how to do it. Opportunities are showing up and you're just moving forward quick. You have clear and direct communication with your higher self. There will be no misunderstandings going forward here, okay? Inspiration, maybe. For some of you, this might be creativity. This could be like inspiration that you're sort of, we're gaining that inspiration and you're going to strike hard and fast. Strike while the iron is hot. Yeah. This is momentum that's being built up. And why? Well, Path of the Serpent. Now, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. And let me know which of the cards here on the Path of the Dove seem to be resonating with you the most. Okay. The reason why we need this breakthrough, the reason why we need this momentum to pick up, and we need this good idea and this doorway, and because something is stuck. There may be the feeling right now that we're overwhelmed by too many choices, overwhelmed by this scattered, too dreamy, too confused type of energy. You have a very strong imagination and inner sort of imagery, right? I think you need that a kind of a certainty, or you need a sign about which path to take. Otherwise, we get lost in our imagination. Yeah. So you've got to be able to turn this inspiration into tangible action. And that's what we're doing with that 8. We're leaping into action here. Things are moving quickly. We're feeling inspired. We're not stuck anymore. Okay. So I feel that you're not hesitating. I feel that there is no sinking, stuck feeling anymore. We're getting out of that. This is like a swamp. This is like quicksand. Yeah. So I feel like there is kind of that certainty, that inspiration, that the blockage is being cleared. The breakthrough is here, and we're getting unstuck. You're directing your imagination into a focus. solving the problem instead of just saying, I guess I'm just sinking now and that's it. The emotional overwhelm is replaced by your choices, replaced by you springing into action and knowing which direction to leap into. The kind of grounded choice. And that really is our Princess of Pentacles too, right? Because now we're in our bodies, and now we're sort of awake and we're out into the world, and we're building something with our hands here. Right here, this is kind of like we're meditating, we're praying, we're hoping, we're sleeping, we're dreaming, we're waiting for the inspiration, we're waiting for the clarity, we're waiting for that symbol, that sign to come to us. And then it does. And then we are, then the momentum picks up. And here we are, carrying that seed, the beginning of growth. That new idea is now being worked on in the physical realm, quietly, steadily. This is a very grounded and gentle crafting of something in the physical realm. Patience and a willingness to learn and go step by step. You're not rushing to the outcome. You're building the foundation of something. Well, Four of Pentacles, right? Foundation. The Eight of Wands, right, is that swiftness, is that your mind is like, Eureka, I found it, I know what to do, and we're jumping into it, and now we're getting our stuff together, we're gathering our materials, we're digging the hole, planting the seed, covering it up, putting some water on it, going step by step, not rushing. We're starting something real in the physical. You're planting, you're cooking, you're cleaning, you're building something, something's gonna grow. Maybe it's financially, maybe we're saving, budgeting, we're doing a little bit of investing, small baby steps to lead to those really big, big results. And our actions right now are showing our care and our nurturing energy. We're trying to really mother something. And the words, the mind, it's there. We have the balanced mind, but the mind isn't even overly involved in the process, right? The mind is back here. We've meditated the mind, and we've controlled the strategist. And now we're just over here building the thing. We're not thinking about it really that much. It's just energy flowing through us. Because why? Because you're the magician. I bet you that'll be the mystery card. This is hands-on work, crafting, sewing, gardening, pottery, right? This is healing and inspiring, and this is good. Don't overthink it. Don't bring too much of this air energy to bear on it. Okay? Just nurture the present. Something meaningful is taking form, and you're working on foundations first. Okay? What we see with the Nine of Wands here is that connection with purpose. And this is what you're trying, this is the spiritual awakening. This is all 7 chakras activated. Yeah. This is what you are developing on the path of the dove. This full activation, strength. This is spiritual endurance. This is the stamina that comes from that connection with your purpose, with your true self. To me, this feels like our higher self is the sun, and our personality is the moon. And they're connected now. A direct line of spiritual communication between you and your higher self. You're achieving that union. Maybe the mystery card is going to be the Lover's card. This is the jackpot. This is big news. This is what's going to lead you to that sort of has real magical power. Being connected with your true self. Okay? That is the goal. Because from there, you're going to do anything. There's nothing that's off limits to you. There's nothing that you cannot do. You're going to take the guidance from your true self. Mystery card might be the Star card. This is real strength. This is your ability to keep going even when it's difficult, because your higher self is in the driver's seat. This is, resting and rushing forward. It's recovery. It's It's how you maintain your discipline. This is your commitment and your resolve. This is your willpower. And this is really what it takes for you to continue building the thing you're building. Because that spiritual awakening is fine. But it is extraordinary when you're able to bring it to bear on the physical world and you start manifesting something in the physical. There's confidence, yeah? And there is this realization of your capability. When you're connected with your higher self, you are infinitely capable. And I think that breakthrough, if it's a creative breakthrough, you're building up your dream life. The 10 of Cups that's where you're going. And now you're inspired, you know what it is that you need to do to kind of like, to build that life. And now you're doing that. And the 4 of Pentacles is you starting with that foundation, the proper foundation, whatever it might be, okay? This is real power. There's boundaries, you're building a solid structure. This is very grounded and secure construction, okay? You're making something real in the physical world. It's a good time to make space for that, like literally clean and organize your physical space. Give yourself room to do this work, wherever it might be. A studio, the basement, a little closet, or so, I don't know. Do the things now that are going to lock in the long-term stability. Okay, have some limits for yourself. Yeah, set some standards, set some milestones, set some boundaries for yourself. Give yourself maybe a little bit of deadline, loose deadlines, but still some kind of goals that you're trying to reach within kind of a certain time frame. This card's all about safety, security, and stability. Habits, routines, the rhythm of it, yeah. And this is your power. This is your ability to direct and redirect your resources. Time, effort, energy, money, and space. How you're using those to create your 10 of Cups, best life, dream come true, picture perfect life, fulfilling life, the fulfillment of your true will. And these are the foundational building blocks of that life. I feel like getting these secure are going to make you feel safer, calmer, and give you kind of like you're creating a nice platform, for yourself. And maybe it's financial. It's kind of having that security, a little bit of like it's almost like your emergency savings, Kind of just makes you feel a little bit more comfortable about things. Make you feel like, hey, I can do this. I know. I want to look at that mystery card. I think Empress, Star, it could be the Devil card. It could be an Ace of Wands, maybe. If you have a prediction, please put it in the comments. Let's see what we have. Another 8 of Wands. Look at that. And the 8 of Wands, I think, is that burst of inspiration. It's just like you're having this electrified, it's like a spontaneous, Kundalini awakening. And it's just going to give you that, aha moment. And I feel like it's a surge of energy, and you're just going to be diving into something and building it and putting it together. And that's that inspiration. It is that surge of, creative breakthrough, that you're not going to be stuck anymore. You're unstuck. And I think as long as you're channeling that under the guidance of your true self and sort of transmitting it to the physical realm where you are actually doing something, with your hands and building up this part of your life, it is absolutely going to lead to amazing things for you. I think this is the month where this begins. And, it's a long month. I feel like you're going to experience a lot of progress between the beginning and the end of the month. And you'll have that foundation secured by the end of the month. But you've got to get to it. When that inspiration hits, don't question it. Don't bring too much of your mental energy to bear. Your mind is just going to be the strategist, not the inquisitor, not the doubter, not the analyst, just the strategist. In other words, you feel the inspiration, and the job of your mind is just to figure out the best way, the most strategic way to do it as quickly and as successfully as possible. That's the job of the mind, not to question, just to strategize. And that, I think, is a very, very important thing in this reading. Because the mind can interfere, and pretty soon the month will be over and you'll say, I didn't even really start. No, you feel that surge of energy. This is fast. This is double time. This is front and center on the double. Yeah, and the mind is just the strategist. That's it. Anyway, we're going to do an extended reading. If you want to stick around, we'll do an I Ching hexagram. We'll do some oracle cards. We'll clarify love and money. We'll do the yes/no coin. There is a link in the corner. There's a link down below. New readings for Capricorn, Tuesdays and Fridays. Be sure to watch both readings. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Leave a comment and let me know where in the world you are watching from. I want you to know that you are the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we are all in this together.